Assalamu alaikum.
You are Nasreen?
Yes.
Nasreen Abdullah?
Yes.
Nasreen trusts the court to uphold her rights under Sharia law. Her husband will also have meetings to put his side. Sheikh Suhaib Hassan, one of the founding scholars of the council, weighs up the evidence.
Ever since I started working, I was spending on myself, meaning I bought my own. He made the condition that I will spend on everything that's got to do with the house.
If you are living together, then what is the problem? Because you are working and he is working as well, and you can contribute in running the house.
Nasreen knows her Sharia law and can argue the finer points regarding her husband.
He misunderstood this part about Islam. That's what made me approach the Islamic way, because he kept saying, no, in Islam you should share. And I said, no, in Islam, women don't have to share anything. Women have the right to keep their own money. Man has to spend on them. They are responsible for that. And the woman has a choice whether she wants to stay home or go to work, provided that the man thinks it's not affecting their relationship. And in my case, I was working, I was earning, I was supporting myself and him sometimes, a lot of the times, and I was taking care of the house. So I had to point out to him, in Islam, it doesn't work this way.
Do you think a lot of Islamic women don't actually know their rights under Sharia?
I think a lot of Muslim women don't. And a lot of Muslim men don't as well. The Muslim men know what they want to know, whatever it's beneficial for them. But when it comes to women's rights, because the women are ignorant about their rights, men take advantage and they treat them like the way they treat them. They take advantage.
Sometimes women in very abusive marriages seek justice in the council. This Somali woman claims her husband hits her, grounds for divorce under Sharia. But the ultimate aim of the council is to try to keep couples together. So first they'll try and persuade a violent husband to change.
Sometimes when husband realizes this Islamic Sharia council will do something against him, if you don't behave, then that's the time they change their attitude sometimes.
In principle, he doesn't mind in divorcing her.
Yes.
That is in principle. But the only dispute that they have is the financial dispute.
It's a few weeks later. A room in London's Regent's Park Mosque. Sheikh Hassan and his colleagues from Leighton deliberate over a batch of cases.
Knock the door of civil court.
They're all volunteers and can spend many hours before coming up with a verdict. Here they're discussing Nasreen's application for a divorce.
In this case, both parties have accepted to abide by the decision made by the panel for the financial issue. Because
this is one of a handful of long-established councils in the UK. There's an unknown number of small, informal ones. With no common standards nor regulatory body, different councils could give different verdicts.
The woman is given her khula.
Eventually they agree to give Nasreen her divorce, or khula, in principle, as long as she and her husband resolve their financial issues. The whole process has cost her £250.
Yeah, so the family section in the county court is the one deals with this matter, even deals with the financial dispute.
To make their lives easier, these scholars would like British courts to recognise some of their family laws. They say the change would only affect Muslims.
We are asking for these laws for the Muslim community only, for those people who want that law, who wants decisions according to this law. So, if a person is not willing to go to an Islamic Sharia council, yes, he can go to any other legal system, to the British legal system. So we are not enforcing this thing upon any person.
But many Muslims and non-Muslims still worry that Sharia councils are unregulated.
Sharia law is based on the Quran, it's based on Sunnah, it's based on Islamic jurisprudence. And if you look at that, you find that there are so many things that are anti-women, from the fact that a woman's testimony is worth half that of a man's, to the fact that men have the right to unilateral divorce, women don't, which is why so many women actually have to go to the Sharia councils to begin with. Child custody is given to a father at a preset age, and so on and so forth. So there's a lot of examples of how it's discriminatory. I think she actually just sat in.
Mariam Namazi's family fled Iran after the Islamic Revolution. She also gave up her Muslim faith, prompting death threats. She now campaigns against Sharia law being practiced in Britain.
It's dangerous to incorporate any sort of religious law, not just Sharia law, but any sort of religious law, because in general religious law is homophobic, it is misogynist, and it belongs to another century. And I think that, for goodness sakes, we live in the 21st century. Why can't women, whether they are considered Muslims, consider themselves Muslims or not, have equal rights and the same rights?
Integrating some Sharia principles into British law is an incendiary issue, as the Archbishop of Canterbury found to his cost last year.
Whenever Sharia is mentioned, people just spring up to the idea of chopping the hands of the thief, flogging the drunkards and the adulterers. This is what comes to their mind, and we have said it many times, we are not looking for that. The ambition of the Muslims, that is, we should share in increasing the peace and security of this country as far as we can. What we think that we can add to this multicultural system of Britain, in adding to it our family values, our way of life, the relation between the husband and wife, the upbringing of the children, the respect which is found among the children towards their parents.